This is the lucky numbers of the week for today, April 26th, 2025, Saturday, April 26th, 2025. So we're gonna give this a minute to get started here and let people see that this live stream is going on. I didn't do a live stream last time, but I'm doing a live stream. This time I kind of like the lives better. I enjoy them more. Let's see. Let's take a look and see real quick. I think I sent this link out on Instagram. Hopefully everybody was able to see that on Instagram. The reason I don't do them on Instagram anymore when I previously did is because Instagram wasn't giving live notifications out. So that's why I moved over to YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel. The live streams can be found under the live section. They're not going to show up. The replay video is not going to show up under the main videos or my latest upload section. They will only show up under the live section. So just so you know that going forward, when I record and upload a video, it will show up under the latest video section. But if it is a live stream that we're doing, it's going to show up under the lives tab on my YouTube profile or on my YouTube channel. So just so y'all know going forward. Anyway, this week, we have a couple of people who have signed up for lucky numbers of the week. We have I made a mistake and I put some people under the lucky numbers only, but we also have lucky combo. So for those of you who don't know what lucky combo is, Guede Limbo asked me to change how I do it a little bit because we were going deeper into like giving way more advice than he was willing to do for the fee that he was getting paid originally. And I was going off and I wasn't stopping on going way over. So he asked me to change that. Hello, good morning, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. So lucky numbers is still gonna be lucky numbers. He's still gonna tell you how to best utilize them. So lucky numbers right now, you can go to my website at stan.store/StanTheSpiritist. It's in my description boxes. It's on my Instagram profile bio. And you can sign up for lucky numbers every week. Every Saturday I'll re-add the next week's lucky numbers link. So for instance, like it closes every Friday at midnight Eastern time. So basically every Saturday morning at 12 a.m. Eastern time, you'll no longer be able to sign up for like today's lucky number. So you can't join today if you're watching this now, but you can sign up for next week. So next week's link is already there. I've already adjusted it. You can sign up for personal lucky numbers. We're going to start off always with free collective general lucky numbers. But it's always better, of course, when you have your own personal lucky numbers, because not only you get the free set of lucky numbers, but you also can combine them with your own personal lucky numbers, which gives you double the chances for having, if you lucky numbers work in your favor, whether that's for you, if you're a gambler, if you're a sports bettor like I am, if you're not, then he's not going to give you that advice. He's not going to suggest you use it that way. However, if you have lucky numbers that could be relevant to you in other ways, I've gone into this in other videos on my channel, more into how they can be used. But he will give specifics as we roll. If you've signed up today, he'll give specifics for you and how the lucky numbers are relevant for you. No. Nope. So can I be a mod, please? Absolutely not. I don't need mods. Thank you very much. And anybody who's not part, this is weird. Give me 1 second. Don't ask, if you're new to my channel, don't ask for permissions. I pretty much ignore people in the chat that aren't signed up or I don't know personally, who just asking random stuff. Anyway, if you're not a believer of the mysteries of light, that's okay. Maybe by watching this you will be at some point, but I'm never going to try to make people or try to convert. This is for people who are actually already know what the 21 Visions is, what lucky numbers with Guede Limbo is. There's a video on my YouTube channel. No. Everybody's new to this channel. LOL. Only 7 people in here. You obviously don't know me on Instagram. Okay. And that's fine. You don't need to. Anyway, I've been doing this channel for a while. I don't usually go live and I don't usually open up to the public. You guys are fucking weird. I must have put a different setting on that invited other people that aren't normally here. Anyway, I'm going to go on as if the people who don't know me don't exist. Because, hey, you're helping my algorithm anyway. For the people who are here, for the people who signed up, you know the drill. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who signed up for lucky numbers of this week. And for lucky combo, we have 3 people who signed up. If this is a distraction for those who signed up, let me know on the comments afterwards, and we will make it a better experience for the people and do it the way we were doing before, where it's recording and not live. I really enjoy doing the live streams on Instagram. Again, this is one of my first few on YouTube, so we'll see. Lucky numbers of the week with Guede Limbo. For those of you who know Guede Limbo, you know how he works. For those of you who don't know him, you may know him as Sain Expedite. For those of you who know Sain Expedite, you know he works expeditiously. That's where he gets his name from in making things happen. For those of you who are participating in today's lucky numbers, you'll get specific advice from him as to how to utilize the numbers. Now, for those of you who are here just for the free lucky numbers of the week, there's a whole nother video in my channel about how you can utilize the lucky numbers, what they are, what they aren't. And you're supposed to use your intuition. So if you don't know how to use your intuition, then this isn't for you, and I wouldn't suggest you watch this video. That's it. This is for people who believe in magic and who believe in spirit. So if that's not you, I definitely invite you to leave, because I really don't care. Really don't care if you're watching. I want only the people here who are believers of the mysteries and believe in magic and believe in spirit. Unlike anybody else, I really don't care if you watch or not. Okay? Because I'm not here for this to just grow expeditiously to just anybody and everybody. I really want to make that clear. Because everybody that pops in thinks that they're somehow more important than the people who have been here with me that follow me from Instagram. And I really don't care if you're new here. Just want to say that. You don't have the power that you think you have. Anyway, you know who's powerful? Sain Expedite. So let's get started with Guede Limbo and Sain Expedite's lucky numbers of the week for the collective. So I suggest you write these down and you hold on to your lucky numbers. Whether they're the free ones, you might want to separate them. The free ones that I'm about to give out for the collective. And then if you signed up today, obviously write down the ones that are for you personally and keep on to them, because they may be relevant not just this week. Just because I'm giving them out this week does not mean that they're just relevant this week alone. Okay, so let's get started on lucky numbers of the week. I've already served him his coffee. I've already served him his liqueur. All right, and I've already given him his candle. I've already played his music. Offerings such as those are very important when working with our spirits. And as a priestess of the mysteries and the 21 divisions, that they come first, and that's how I start off every morning. I get up at least an hour and a half before I do this, so I spend time with them serving and meditating before we get started. All right. And again, this is only on Saturdays right now. That's what he's asked for. So every Saturday you can sign up at the link in the description box below. It's already there. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know where the link is on my Instagram. All right, let's get started. And again, if you didn't see this when I first started, if you were not here a few minutes ago, these videos, when I do them live, will show up under the live tab on my Instagram, my YouTube channel. If you're not following me on the YouTube channel yet, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy these messages. The YouTube channel has the regular section for all my other videos, and that's where anything that I upload will pop up. Okay, if you upload, it goes into the regular video section and it shows you my latest upload. Thank you for subscribing. If you upload, that's where it'll be. If I live stream, it's going to be under the live section. It will not be under my most recent upload section. So a lot of you, the reason why I wasn't doing them live, because you were having a hard time like finding it. But I just want you to know that's where it's going to be. I enjoy doing these live a little bit more because it helps me to just kind of stay in the energy of channeling more when I am live for some reason. Recording, I just find a little boring. So anyway, I'm going to be doing this now. Let's get started with the lucky numbers of the week from Guede Limbo and Sain Expedite. Okay, those of you who know Sain Expedite, you know that he's associated, and so is Guede Limbo. And Guede Limbo is a being that we work with in the 21 divisions in our lineage. We work with Guede Limbo, who is one of the cemetery beings. So he's not Eloah, he is one of the cemetery spirits. So that is who he is, and he's associated with your luck, your money, and working things in your favor or working out situations quickly. He's known by his petitioners to work extremely quickly, as is Sain Expedite, who was actually a folk saint, who wasn't actually a canonized saint, by the Catholic Church. When he was, his statue just kind of arrived. They made a statue for him, and they delivered it to a church, and the church wasn't expecting it, but the church just kept it. And so that is where believers of Saint Expedite continued to honor him and pray to him. And that's how he became more and more popular as Saint Expedite. And so in our practice, they are synchronized together. And that is kind of why I'll be mentioning both of them, because they're two different beings, but they represent and do the same, pretty much the same things. They are experts in these two, these main areas, okay? So let's get started with the lucky numbers of the week for the collective. So these are free, and you can use these however you feel intuitively guided to. So again, I don't give financial advice particularly on how to use these, and I don't endorse, this is not financial advice, this is not endorsing gambling, but if you are inclined in gambling, or if you're inclined in investing, pay attention to how your intuition leads you to utilize these lucky numbers. That's the way that this works, and that's how this channel works. This is for spiritual entertainment purposes only, so let's get started. Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Saint Expedite, Saint Expedite, Saint Expedite. What are the lucky numbers of the week for the collective? Gracias, Misterio. For those who believe, and for those who respect you and your vessels only, will these lucky numbers work? Gracias, Misterio, because that's how the mysteries work. Okay? Gracias, Misterio. All right. First lucky number of the week is the number 3. And these are Saint Expedite's lucky dice, number 3. The way they fall also matters to me. All right. The lucky number 5. 5. Yeah, you see it there, 5. It's kind of hard to see. Lucky number, this is interesting, 3, 5, and 7, they're coming out like in order. 3, 5, 7 odds. It's actually 7D, but he told me 7 in my head first, so 3, 5, 7, and 7D. He's also saying 770, look, angel number 770. Then the lucky number 4. Lucky number 4. It's also making me see 74, so that's a bonus number for you for this week, lucky number 74. Lucky number 8. He's also making me pay attention to the 0, so 80 is a bonus number. Okay, we have 2 numbers he's making this stand out for me. We have, hold on one second. We have first the lucky number 3. And then next to that, he made me notice the lucky number 16. Lucky number 3 and lucky number 16. And then the 3 side dice we have that's standing out is lucky numbers 1, lucky number 4, lucky number 2. And then he's going to give me the combos that are most important. Lucky number 42, lucky number 21, lucky number 12, lucky number 41. Those are bonuses. Hey, don't get off of there. My cat thinks she's going to open the door to the other room. So those are lucky numbers of the week. If you already wrote them down, good. If you want to watch them back in the replay, you can. I don't remember everything you just said as far as the bonus numbers go. But I'll read to you the regular numbers. We have 3, 5, 7, 4, 8, 3, 16, and then 1, 4, 2. I remember 21. I remember 24. And then all the other bonus numbers I mentioned, if you wrote them down, cool. Good. Those are lucky numbers of the week from Guede Limbo. And again, I have another video on my channel under the lucky numbers section that you can watch where I describe, and under the live streams, where I describe how to use these, how these can be used, how these may be relevant, and do with them what you will. A lot of people like to write these lucky numbers down every week and play them. Lotto. Some people sports bet with them. However you think is relevant. And you were heads up on the lucky penny. Sorry, I forgot to mention. You were heads up on the lucky penny this week. So an extra lucky week. Luck is in your favor this week. Thank you for the lucky numbers of the week for the collective. All right, let's get started on those who signed up real quick. Starting with Rebecca W. These are your lucky numbers of the week for Rebecca W. Guede Limbo. What are the lucky numbers of the week for Rebecca W. Guede Limbo? Lucky numbers of the week Mamá un poco y muchos. Gracias, misericordia. All right. So I see all the numbers have come out. Quite a few of them are upside down, more than half of them. And also the lucky penny is upside down. Let me see what he's saying before I get into the numbers. Okay, so I do see a minor hex on luck. Yes, a minor hex on your luck. So take I think we're addressing that based on what we've spoken about. We're addressing that through the work that we're going to be doing. So I wouldn't worry too much about these. They're still lucky numbers for you. I would add these to your list for this week, right? But they may be relevant after we begin doing the work that you're going to be doing, particularly after doing the baths. So once you've gotten those and I send those to you, just hold on to these lucky numbers for a future date. I wouldn't necessarily play them this week. They're still lucky in a future date for you. So let's give you the numbers. I just see that the negative energy that we discussed recently is in the way right now. And that's because we have to do the work on it. So we're going to get started on that shortly. And then these lucky numbers will be better for you to work with, okay? So the lucky numbers of the week for you are 2, 2. I got 2 and 2 twice, okay? 1. So angel number 22, angel number 221, lucky number 21, he's showing me. And then we have 6, 11. He's saying 611. Angel number 611 has a message for you. You look up angel number 611 and angel numbers 22 and angel number 221. And then we have lucky number 30, angel number 1130. He's also telling me angel number 11 and angel number 1130 are important as well for you. And then the triple side dice here that popped up again is the 421. He's giving me the number 421 off of that as it reads. And that's the most important number here. Let me see if he has any other messages for you in this about these numbers here. He's also making me notice the number 7 on one of these die. Also, angel number 227, he's saying. Angel number 227 has a message for you that you should look up and heed any guidance in that, or absorb any information from that angel message to your benefit, into your consciousness. These angel numbers can help bring you more peace, more clarity for you specifically, okay? Those are your lucky numbers of the week. And like I said, they'll be more relevant for you, more helpful. And he's saying your particular way in which he wants you to utilize the lucky numbers is interesting. He doesn't usually tell me specifics like playing the lotto. He doesn't really try to push people to play the lotto, but he's saying you would actually have some good luck if you did play the lotto. Like if you actually wrote numbers in on your state, like your local lotto, and played like the Powerball, and wrote a bunch of these numbers in, like just held on to your lucky numbers and actually played the lotto with them. You would win smaller sums. He can never like say, we're never guaranteeing anything with spirit, but you could have a really good chance of winning pretty significant sums to you, but like maybe they're smaller sums to others, but to you they'd be really significant. So you may want to start doing that. So those are your lucky numbers of the week for Rebecca W. All right, let's see. The next person is Emily B. And most of you, I know you said you don't, you prefer them recorded, these videos, because you're not able to make the live streams because you're at work or at school, and that's okay. You guys can watch the live streams back. I just prefer to do them on live. I don't really like recording by myself. It's kind of boring. So, Emily B, let's get started. Emily B. What are the lucky numbers of the week for Emily B? Emily B. And you and Mama are going to be trusted. See what are the lucky numbers of the week for Emily B? And you and Mama are going to be trusted. That's la misericordia. All right. You know, Guede Limbo is very blunt of a being, and I could tell when he really doesn't, when he wants to be giving numbers to the people, and when he's like, ugh, like he's doing it because he has to, because they signed up. And I'm always gonna do it because, you know, they signed up. But I can't filter him, and I'm not gonna filter what he says. So he's gonna give you some messages, but he's really kind of telling me that he's quite unhappy with how you treat people. And he doesn't really feel like you're really deserving of a financial blessing from him. So you give me this unlucky. This is different for the previous person. The previous person just had a financial money hex minor, and it wasn't because of them being like a bad person or anything. But like, he gives very different advice per person. But he's making me strongly feel, and he's showing me, and I have a very good relationship with him. He's showing me that you are not the kindest person to other people, and that he really doesn't necessarily want to give you his financial blessing. He's giving you his lucky numbers, but there's people that he will just give like his general blessing to, and he does this, and I'm just gonna say it, you're not one. But here are your lucky numbers of the week if you want to use them. They will be lucky in general for you. But he's saying there are more so times of the day that you should pay attention to, or dates that you should pay attention to. He's not actually saying that these are going to be like lucky for the sense of you playing them in a lotto, because he's not trying to give you his financial blessing in particular. And that's never guaranteed anyway. That's not something I promise when you sign up for lucky numbers personally. So he's showing me dates. April 10th, he's saying, this is funny because he usually does it. Lucky numbers with him can be totally different per person and how he delivers it. I've explained this before. No, you can't get lucky numbers if you didn't sign up. I already gave out free collective lucky numbers. If you joined, you can watch it back and get your free ones, but you have to sign up for these. April 10th, you were rude. You were rude to somebody, and he saw that you were rude, and you were rude and almost cruel to someone in a position of power that you hold. You were rude to somebody beneath you, is what he's showing to me. And everything that you do creates karma. Everything that you do creates a ripple effect in energy in the universe. So he's saying be careful with your words, and be careful with how you treat other people, especially if you're in a position of authority over other people. And he also says you did a lot of damage in the year 2020. So he's giving me the numbers, but he's having me actually read them. He's giving me lucky numbers, but he's having me read them as dates of importance, of significance. Where'd the 4 go? So 04/10, this is a recent one, and the way they fell out, 04/10, so April 10th, that was recently. And then there's a separation that he's giving me 2 20s back to back. Where'd it go? Just had it. 2 20s back to back. The 20 there. He's saying in the year 2020, you were cruel to people. You just went along because you're I can't filter the man. You're a sheep. He said in 2020, you went along with stuff and that you shouldn't have, and you were in a position to not hurt people, and you hurt so many people. I feel like you fired people, good people, for like the smallest things. Like the most ridiculous things, or like for like some sort, probably because of policies and stuff that were created during like COVID. But he's saying what you did was wrong and you're going to suffer. For 2 years, you suffered afterwards. He's showing me the number 2. Like I'm a divination witch, so the way I read will change per person and based on what the spirit that I'm communicating with as a spiritist is saying as well. But he's saying on April 10th of this year, you've basically fell back into the same trap that you were in 2020. I don't know what policy or what type of changes may have happened in whatever you do, wherever you work. But on April 10th, you again made decisions like you did in 2020. And because of that, not only did you suffer before, but you're going to have karma to pay again. These are paid readings. I already gave out the free lucky numbers, so you'd have to watch back in and watch the replay. I already gave out the free lucky numbers of the week. Sit down, please. And you can sign up at the link in my description box for next week. I'm not taking anybody else today. And you are going to pay because you have been given blessing after blessing. You have saints that are like, you have multiple saints that walk with you as well. I'm seeing in your family. And you've been protected for like too long. So he's saying this is, unfortunately for you, your luck is not present. You're not receiving his blessing on your luck. And you didn't pay for this extra reading. You paid for the lucky numbers, but I'm giving you the message from him as a courtesy. Because that's my job when the spirit tells me to tell you something, because this is the only opportunity for you to get the actual truth. Hey, come here. That you're not a kind person, and spirit sees that. You may not be aware, but spirit sees that, and they don't have to give you their blessing. My spirits, I don't have to give you anything that my spirits don't want to give you. And I don't know who you hurt, but you must have hurt somebody that was a really true believer in some of the spirits. Hey, get off of there. You must have hurt somebody who had a lot of blessing on them. And you must have hurt them like in a very significant way. I see 2 people in particular that he's saying were suicidal because of you, because of your power over them. And I feel like you're in a position of power over their job and how they make a living. So I don't know how that resonates, and a lot of people who don't like the message can say it doesn't resonate, and that's fine, but the message is the message. And those who've watched this for a long time know I've never given a message particularly like that. So do with it what you will. It's not my business how you interpret the message, but it's my business to give it. And he's not giving you any bonus numbers. There you go. They're not guaranteed. Those are a little blessing extra for people, but let's move on, because that was a lot. Probably won't be seeing Emily back here again. Let's move on to Stephen J. Let's see. Clear those. Hold on. Let me clear these off, because I just feel like these need some clearing by air and by fire. And if I had water over here, probably some water too. Somebody said clocked. Let me clear the dice of energy. Shit. All right. Let me have, oh, this is personal, but it's nice to know that these lucky numbers readings work. All right. Yeah, you can watch the replay under the live section for the free lucky numbers later. Once this is done, I'm probably going to be on here like maybe an hour, and then the video will upload in probably like an hour after that. You'll be able to watch the free lucky numbers of the week. Okay, cool. Next, Stephen J. Guede Limbo is funny. He's like, I don't care. Thank you. You're welcome. He's like, I don't care what people think. It's not, no Guede cares what people thinks. For those who don't know, they love the people who believe in them, and they love and appreciate, the praise and the stuff from the people who believe in them, but they really don't care. And I don't think that that can come across, that I can make it any more clear. Like, he really don't care. There are people that will say like, oh, the mystery is this, and they love, and they're so giving, and they're so helpful. And yes, they are. But like when you're working with the cemetery spirits, there's a different like level of, they really don't care for the people who disrespect or don't believe, not just in them, but disrespect other people who are good people in general, because the Guede and the spirits see everything, and they can see somebody's heart, and they can tell when somebody is worthy. And I've always said this to my clients. They see when you're worthy and they see when you're not. And this is why you book a consultation with me, and I will, if you're not worthy of whatever it is you're asking for, I don't, unlike other people that are just looking to do work and get money and get paid and will do whatever. I don't. I will literally tell you, just like I told this person on this video, I will tell you, no. The Guede is saying no, or the Baron is saying, no, I can't help you with this. And here's why. And they're very blunt. And my job is not to be your friend. My job is not to make people like me. My job is to say what the spirits say and what they see, and relay that, and to do only the work that the spirits ask me to do, and to help only the people that the spirits feel deserve it. That's it. And I know a lot of people can't understand that. A lot of people want help or think that they're having a hard time and that somebody should help them. And there are people who do deserve help, and then there are people who don't. And for the people who do deserve it, I help. I give advice to, and the spirits are willing to help. And for the people who don't, like, there's no guilt tripping over here in this corner of the internet, because my spirits, I get in trouble. I will get in trouble, and I've done it before, and I get in trouble, and I'll go for like 2-3 months with like no work because I helped somebody I wasn't supposed to help. So if my blessings are drying up because I did something I wasn't supposed to do, I learned my lesson already a long time ago not to do that anymore. So there's no way. And I know a lot of people come in and try to manipulate the chat, and they do this to a lot of other readers on the internet, and other readers will fall for it and guilt trip themselves and feel bad for a long time. Sorry, I got a notification. A lot of other new witches and psychics, and if you're one of them and you're watching this, I definitely recommend to you to layer up your protection and grow. If you work with spirits, or you're working with just your ancestors, ask them to have the discernment of who you're supposed to give messages to. Even, I'm not talking about doing work for, I'm talking about doing messages for, or doing readings for, because not all money is good money. Everybody that doesn't understand the spiritual realm may believe that all money is good money and think that I'm crazy for telling you that, but I've seen it a million times over where people do readings for people or give help to people that aren't supposed to receive it or who don't appreciate it. And then I've watched their blessings dry up after. It's very real. I've seen people get sick from it. I personally have done so as well and experienced the consequences of it, because Spirit has to teach you through taking something away from you when you don't listen. So you either do it the right way or you're going to learn the hard way, whether you're a witch or a psychic or a worker. That you have to have the discernment. And especially if you're working voodoo like me, you have to listen to the loa, or the mysteries, the other mysteries. Okay? Otherwise, you will be the one who the blessings are taken from, or the karma is paid by. Okay? Let's move along. Stephen J. 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 Gracias, Misterio, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo. What are the lucky numbers of the week for Stephen J? Stephen J. Gracias, Misterio, and you, Mama, and Papa, bon dia, we trust. Gracias, Misterio, Guede Limbo. Guede Limbo. Oh no. Oh no. What is up with the people who joined, some of these people who joined this week? I feel like we're on a roll already with people who this week is not necessarily lucky for. Nothing about the first person. The first person, don't include the first person in that. She's a great person. But just like the luck is off this week. But yeah, it's a little unlucky for you this week. Hold on to these lucky numbers though. Let me find out what he's saying. 2020. Ooh, no, not 2020s. He's going back. Okay, I wish I could like separate this, but if I move it, you're gonna, can you see how they separated? Like the dice are separate, right? There's 3 up here. There's 3 up here. It's a 20, a 4, and a 00. Down here, there's 4, a 6, and a 5. I got the first number set. I got the message for him. You did something starting back in 2004. And he's showing me lots of money. He's showing me like, he's showing me lots of like bars like on a graph in 2004. And then he's showing me instability and drastic changes and like a hex, a financial hex that you kind of hexed yourself at that time in 2004. Money turned upside down, stability turned upside down. Excuse me. In 2004, I don't know what you did, but he's making me see like graphs, like charts. Like, I don't know if it's the stocks or some sort of investment. That's what he's making me feel in the year 2004. So I'm going to give you lucky numbers as well of the week. These also serve as lucky numbers, but I don't really feel like you're supposed to play them this week or utilize them this week. This is for a future. Hold on to these. So I'll give you the numbers first. 20, then the number 4, then the number 2000. He's saying we're also supposed to give somebody $24,000. And you didn't give it to them. I don't know if you owe somebody something or you were supposed to give somebody something. I don't know if you have children. He's making me feel like there was supposed to be money given to someone, like a family member, somebody you love. And this money was not given. I don't know if it's like in the form of cash or like in the form of some sort of like account. I'm seeing like an account. And I'm seeing 5 upside down, which makes me feel like change. You changed something or you like reneged on something. Like you made some sort of agreement and then you changed it. Or like you planned to do something with it and then you changed how you planned to do something with this money. And you didn't do with it what God was trying to get you to do with it. So you had consequences for that. I don't know if you're a parent or a husband, or I don't know if this is like you owed somebody some money and you were supposed to pay them back. But there's like a karmic money that you were supposed to pay for this relationship, an important relationship, and you haven't paid it. And now because you haven't paid it, they're saying this is increased, like you owe. So now like Spirit is saying you're gonna owe 10 times that amount of money because you just didn't give it. I feel like you put somebody, or like because you didn't help or do what God wanted you to do, it's cost other people harm. It's cost other people, not harm, like it's not harm. It's cost, he's saying not harm. Which is why he's being nicer to you. He's like giving you like the opportunity to fix it. He's gonna talk to you through your dreams. Now that we've made a connection, he's gonna talk to you like in your dreams and help you figure it out. He's gonna send you signs. $24,000 that you should have given, or something like a gift. A gift. I feel like you have kids. Do you have kids? I don't know if you're watching. I know that people can't really watch this if they're working and they watch it later. But I feel like if you're a parent, I feel like you're supposed to give like your kids something. They're showing me that you have like a greedy spirit. It's not that you have like a bad spirit, but you have like a money greedy spirit that doesn't like to spend money. And it feels like giving is like spending, and giving and spending aren't the same. Giving isn't a loss, because those who understand the spiritual world know that when you give, it's not your responsibility to know or like control what somebody does with the money. It's your responsibility to give it with faith and in the name of God, or in the name of, you know, a particular saint, or like if you work with the Loa or believe in the Loa, if you give it in the name of the Loa, you know that your money will be returned or exchanged with and replaced with something better for you doing that kindness to somebody else. But he's saying because you didn't do it, because you have this like greedy, like money, this like, you have this like weird relationship with money where like you make a lot of money. Somehow you have, I guess, like some sort of spirit guide that helps you make a lot of money, but then it's like greedy with it. But it makes you still, like, you're still very protected, and you're still you're helpful to like other people to try to make up for certain things that like you didn't do right by somebody that you should have. And it's like, I'm seeing like a family member that you should have helped. And I don't know what this family member and you did or didn't do, but you should have helped them, is how I'm feeling. Because I see like you giving like to charity, like big sums of money. And I feel like you have a lot of money available to you, like at your disposal. And he keeps showing me like the charts, like you're an investor or some sort of business person, but like you don't give the money to the right people that you should. And he's saying that like giving it away to other stuff isn't going to make up for karmic payments that you still have. Like it's helping to balance out karma, like, and make sure that you're not like completely financially hexed, or that your money stops. Like it's not, your money's not stopping, because you do still give to charity and you still do for other people. But like this thing, whatever this is with from 2004, isn't going away. No matter what you do for everybody else to try to like, I feel like God has a lot to do with this. I don't know if you're like super like Christian-y or religious, but I feel like you do it out of like, I'm hearing Catholic guilt. You give to like charity and stuff and to other causes, but you don't give to this individual from like 2004 or close to 2004. And that has been holding up your, not your money, but I guess your spiritual evolution is what I'm seeing or hearing. Like your karma clearing and your wellness. Your wellness will be, it is being affected. I don't know how exactly, but they're making me feel like you're a little older than me, and your wellness in the mind, because he keeps showing me like he's showing me like your head portion of your body, not like the rest of you, like in the mind. I don't know if it's like nightmares and you can't think straight, or like you're distracted, or I don't know if you're older to the point where you have like you're starting to lose your memory or anything like that. But it's saying that like, you know, people don't, he's also saying this is a reminder to people that just because it doesn't show up as like a physical illness, you know, or a car accident or something that you really can tell that, you know, you're paying for something, like even something as small as like getting dementia early can be a punishment or like a karmic payment for people. You know, there's many ways of dealing with, spirit deals with things, and the universe deals with dealing out karma. So if you don't, you know, rectify things, you'll pay, whether with money or with your wellness. So just keep that in mind. From whatever you did in 2004 or didn't do per se, seems to be keeping you from your wellness. You have money, but you don't have what you thought you'd have anymore. You have money and you have, you know, a roof over your head. You have, to other people, it makes me feel like you have a lot and you have like the great life. But there's something on a soul level that you don't have, that you're like yearning for, and you're looking for it and trying to find it in other places. And it's not gonna be fulfilled until it's rectified appropriately, until you deal with or talk to that person or make right with whoever it is. Or unless you, even if you can't make right, if you apologize, if you realize what you did and who it was, if they're still alive, or I don't know. But if you, even if just you apologize, if they're not alive, like if you, I feel like you owe somebody money and an apology. And that's all he's letting me say. Hey, stop. That's all he's gonna let me say. He said, I already said enough. I already said more than enough. So he said, let that sink in. So yeah, the lucky numbers were still, I mean, he's still gonna give you the lucky numbers. They were 20, they were 4, they were 00, angel number 400, angel number 2004, angel number 2400. I don't know if there's an angel 24,000, but if there is, angel number 24,000. He's saying also 44. We have the number 30. We have the number 4. We have the number 4 times, and we have the number 5. So 444. So he's saying you're protected. Like you must, like, I don't know if you do, I don't feel like you do magics. I don't feel like you do that. I feel like you're Christian or like really Catholic. And you have like Archangel Michael's protection. So you're very protected. But like Spirit's still saying you're in like you're still deep in like a debt, a karmic debt, since you didn't give what you could to somebody who deserved it, that you were supposed to, I guess, give it to. I feel like it was like family. I feel like it was family. This feels like family. It feels like an inheritance or like a blessing, a gift for something that you had promised someone. So do with it what you will. I'm just a messenger. So those are the lucky numbers of the week for you. Stephen J. Let's go to Danny C. Danny C. Let me clear those. Danny C. Clear these out. Can we get some right side up pennies? Because it's kind of like a little depressing. Today it's like a rainy, cooler, damper day. It's kind of like a little, not a little, it's a lot like cloudy. And it's got that vibe to it that this is an off day. But it's based on, based on a lot of things. Planetary changes, with just the new moon energy coming up right now. New moon in Taurus, so there's a lot of shifting energy at this time, so it might be why. Let's go with Anthony. Oh, what did I say? That's the next person. Danny C. Danny C. Danny C. Danny C. Danny C. Danny C. The messages. What are the lucky numbers of the week for Danny C? Danny C. Danny C. Guede Limbo. Guede Limbo. Guede Limbo. Sain, Expedite. Sain, Expedite. Sain, Expedite. Gracias, Misterio, and you, Mama, Papa, Bon Dia, we trust. also, again, we are not upright. You do have more upright numbers, starting with the number 2. Number 2, 0, so number 20. 2000, this is funny. The year, you're saying this is a year. So literally 2, the number 0, and then double O's. And especially when I see like O's, I start thinking years. 2000. Were you 13? Or when you were 13? Or about to be 13? I feel like you're young, maybe around my age. So we got 2O and double O. Then we have the number 13. Above it. So that landed like above those 3. In the right corner of the dice tray, we have the number 5 upside down, followed by the 8, which obviously you can't really tell if it's inverted or not. Then we have the side of the die 4, 2, 1 again. 4, 2, 1. Change, infinity. Drastic change. In the year 2000, 2013. 2013. Said add them together. 2013. I feel this is heavy again, and I don't like it. And I'm not really supposed to be doing a reading on this, but this is what's coming out for these people. 2013, but I'm not giving you career or luck or money advice on this one. This feels like this is personal, something personal. I'll give you the numbers that are first the lucky numbers of the week, but I would hold on to these for maybe another week when the luck is in your favor, because the lucky penny's upside down. So the lucky numbers are 2, and then 20, and then 200. Also angel numbers, 200. Angel number 2000. The lucky number 13, the lucky number 5, the lucky number 8, the lucky number 21, the lucky number 12. As these are bonuses here. The lucky number 41, the lucky number 421, the lucky number 241. Okay. Those are your numbers. Also, I'm seeing in the year 2013, there's a huge separation between the way that these fell. And I feel like in the money corner of this tray are the dice that gathered together. And so as far as money, I feel like there was a change where you began to, like, you had money of your own or you were working. And then I feel like maybe in 2013 you stopped working. Or like you stopped working as much. And like your money hasn't been like the same since. I'm hearing no financial independence. Oh, that's so weird, Rebecca. Was already started today is weird for sure, you know. But I did yours first. You just gotta watch this video back. It'll be under the live section of my YouTube channel. It won't show up under the most recent uploads, but under the live tab after this is done. But I feel like, so for Danny C, I feel like you became like less financially independent is what I feel. Somewhere around like 2013. And he's making me feel like you haven't been financially independent the way you wanted to ever since. And like this has been messing with your money. And this may be why like this is coming out upside down. You're welcome. Yeah, I feel this big separation between whatever began in 2013 with you. And he's saying like you accepted something, something happened. I don't know what happened, but he's saying like something happened that made you like stop trying or stop working. I feel like your sense of a provider or independence isn't there. And I feel like you used to feel like you were a very capable person, but something has made you feel like you're not. And he's saying be careful with labels. Your family has a health label curse. This isn't a health reading, but I don't do health readings, but it is what he's saying. You have like a health label curse, where what that means is people take, they and I experienced this before as well myself, where, you know, you go to the doctor or whatever, you're having problems and you get tied and like caught up with whatever diagnosis they give you. Feel like you have some sort of medical related thing that like you've let get in the way of like you living your life. As he's showing me like ever since then something has made you, and it's really not really that real. Like it's not. You're like you're capable of making money, you're capable of work, but just in a different way. And he's saying like opportunities, there's an abundance of opportunities. That's what the 8 he's saying is representing. That there's like, the 8 for you represents the number, infinite number of ways in which you could be making money. And you don't. I don't know if it's, I really don't know what you do. I have no idea what you do or don't do, where you are. But I feel like you could, based on what he's showing me from like 2013, he shows me like vibrant, active, energetic, smart, really smart. And you could be doing a lot and making money like easily. And there's so many opportunities. He keeps showing me the phone, like the internet, for you to be making money. And you don't. And you would be a really good personality. But not like this, like these influencers and stuff like that. Like funny. I feel like you're funny. But not in like a sense of just being a comedian and just like making jokes all day. Just like you have some sort of like humor that is funny and witty. Obviously humor's funny, but like this wit or like this like way of delivering it that is unique. That would be really good in whatever you wanted to like do. Or if you wanted to sell something, or if you wanted to like just talk about life or share your story, there would be ways for you to get monetized that like you don't have to sell something or offer a service or anything. There's ways for you to just be monetized by like talking, sharing your thoughts or your experiences. I don't know on what subjects, but he's saying just like you're like a storyteller of some sort. You have like a storytelling ability that like you should have pursued and you aren't. So I don't know what that means to you. But he's saying like you totally have the ability and like you would have so many doors open to you. And like you're so good. People like you so much. And like your personality so much. And you're so, I see you as like a social person, but I don't see you as like a working person. I see you in like a social environment. If you work, it would have to be in some sort of, not social work, that's what I'm saying. it would have to be in a really fun, like fun capacity that didn't feel like work to you. Like a super fun, chill capacity that I feel like you also stopped pursuing what you loved. And he's saying that you need to continue to pursue it because like you're literally missing out on so much in your life. You're missing out on a lot in your life. Sorry, the candle's starting to bother me. Tone it down a bit. Turn it off. It's all right. He's still here. Turn it off a little bit because it got too strong. And I just feel like the way that was laid out is like ever since 2013. So whatever happened in 2013 is what's caused this. So that's all he's letting me go into right now. If you want to go into that further, obviously, you could always do the mini reading. We could go specifically more into the specifics of luck, money, and career the next time. So that's it for that. Hopefully you'll be able to figure that out and take advantage of opportunities that are apparently very available to you. Danny C. So let's clear that. Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo. What are the lucky numbers of the week for Tony B? Tony B. Lucky number of the week for Tony B. Guede Limbo. I gotta sneeze. Give me 1 second. I want to sneeze, but I don't know if I'm gonna sneeze. I love burning candles, but even a little bit of fragrance sometimes hits me the wrong way. Tony B, let's go. Tony B. What are the lucky numbers of the week? Tony B. Trust. Oh my goodness. Guys, what's going on? You watched the last video, like all of them were lucky. I mean, it depends on the people. It depends on the new moon energy, Taurus. Maybe it's right now it's the time for you to receive the knowledge of what you need to do, what's going on or what's going wrong. And this week is just not your week for playing any numbers or anything in particular like that. 16, 6, 10, 16, 6, 10, 4, 3, 1. And again, everybody is getting the 421. Oh, this is weird. Everybody has gotten the 4. Ah, shit. What the fuck? This is a really weird day. Everybody has gotten the 421 side of the die. He's saying that's a date. So everybody who's listened, hopefully you watched the whole thing. Everybody who's listened, this is regarding April 21st, which was what, 5 days ago now, April 21st. Which is the day we did Sain Expedite's community ritual. His feast day was on the 19th, but we did it on April 21st. What are you trying to tell me? That's the only thing I can think of on that day. Is really the 26th already today? It doesn't feel like it was 5 days ago that we did that community ritual. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that in a minute. 421. So that's a bonus number. He's also saying the number 12, the number 14 are very lucky for you. Those are the two bonus numbers, and the 421. I'm seeing Also, 413, 431 as bonus numbers for you. So like I feel like you do have luck because he's giving you a bunch of bonus numbers. I just feel like maybe this week is not lucky. Maybe it's because of the Taurus new moon or something. I don't know. Maybe he's just saying don't play this week. Don't play these numbers this week. Hang on to them. Play them another week. Again, the number 14, number 41, the number 43, the number 31, the number 34. He's giving you all of them. So he's saying he's giving you a bonus. So I don't feel like anything is wrong in the sense of your money or luck. Huh. 16, 6, and 10. That's interesting. I've never seen that. Because 10 plus 6 is 16, and those are... They showed up literally in a triangle. Like... triangle formation, and then like the other three numbers went to the money corner. So he's like, you're abundant in money, you're abundant in money, you're abundant in money. Lots of money, lots of money. No money blockages. No numbers except the 3 upside down. Divine connection. You may want to focus a little bit more on your spirituality and your divine connection in whatever way that's relevant for you. That would help you in your money. He's saying if you had a little bit more spirituality, or if you started to give money out more. But I feel like you very much have a lot of money, are good. Really comfortable, live comfortably, nothing to worry about with that. Anything else? The number 3 came up 2 ways. The 3 upside down, but you have stability. You have family, a unified family. He's showing me. But then you have these 3 separations in this triangle. Oh my God. The power of 3. Let's see. 3 and 3. This is weird because like lucky numbers takes me in so many different directions with these messages sometimes. It's so interesting. And with my ability to like see, it just gets really interesting. If you have kids, I feel like you've got plural. Power of 3 makes me feel like females. The witches, the females. You have girls. 3 girls. If you have 3 girls, then this is definitely about them. 10, 6, 16. And I don't feel like those are their ages. 6, 10, and 16, or at least not their ages now. This feels like maybe this is when they were younger. Something about your kids. Your money is good. Your family is unified. But your kids, 6, 10, and 16 in a triangle. Your kids are witches? That's what it feels like he's saying. Like you have 3 witches that don't know they're witches. You're in a magical family that doesn't know it. That's what he's saying. Oh my God. So you're like, you have a magical family that doesn't know they're magical. That sucks. There's a lot of families like that and they don't know. I guess maybe because it could be if there's like too much religious like bias, then it's better to not know sometimes, because like that way nobody feels like, it's better to not know, maybe for protection, so that you don't get, you know, like shunned from the family or something. But damn, you must have like powerful kids. You're in a family, a magical family. And like you're all together, so that's good. Your money is good. They're taken care of. I feel like they're taken care of. You take care of them still? Because I don't feel like they're kids anymore. I feel like they're daddy's girls. You got magical kids, bro. It might also, if there was fights between them or tensions, or there feels like there's like separation between them, like they're together, you guys are together as like a family, but like they have some sort of, maybe they may have like weird dynamics. That might be because of their magic. Like if they're not coming together and unified on something, then they can become like dangerous or fight with one another. So that might explain any dynamics that may have gone on between them, or may still go on between them, especially during the younger years, because 10, 6, 16, like developing years. Yeah, that's all he's saying. He's saying you need, I don't know what you're gonna do with that. I don't know if you could tell your kids they're witches, but may explain a lot of things that went on with any of your kids. Could explain a lot in the family, but overall, like, you're unified, so that's good. You're healthy. You've got good money, got good finances. Everybody's taken care of, and you have lucky numbers, plenty of them. You actually have an abundance of them this week, and you just don't have it's like he's not giving the approval for people to like play these numbers this week, but he's saying a future week would be better, closer to the full moon. All right, that's the lucky numbers for you this week, Tony. Thank you for joining, and let's go to the next person. So this one's like a little mini, these are lucky combos. These are people that are getting the luck, money, career like readings. Basically just a little bit more involved than what I've talked about already with the other people, because these are people that are going to get a little bit more on like what they're specifically supposed to be doing or not doing. Okay, I need a minute though. I just need a minute. Give me a second. I gotta drink something. For anybody who's watching, have you watched this before on my channel? Or are you new? Because I used to do this on Instagram until Instagram stopped sending out my live notifications. So that's why we're doing it here now. So this channel is new within the last year, but I just recently started doing the lives on here. I upload and I used to do, what's that called? Shorts. I started Lucky Numbers as shorts, as like really little short bursts. Videos for each of the elementals, and I would shoot them on YouTube Shorts. And that's how, like, originally this channel, I used to get a lot of views when I did shorts, but I prefer doing lives. I don't care about the views as much as I care about, like, people getting the whole message. All right. I'm going to do these out of order that I wrote them. I'm feeling called to do this one for Zara. Zara C first. Zara. First live I was able to catch, so it's awesome. Usually only replays. Good. I'm glad. Is that Casey? I can't tell if that's you. I'm not sure if that's actually you. C4. Sounds like her. Let's get started with Zara. Zara C with your lucky combo. If you'd like to sign up for lucky combo, they're going to be a little bit more in depth, so they're going to take a little bit longer possibly to get through these three, but they pay for it. So yes. Okay, hi Casey, how are you? Thank you for hopping on. I'm glad you're enjoying this. So Zara C lucky combo is I'm doing a promotion this week on it too. So if you sign up, you get a discount. But If you sign up for next week on the 26th, Saturday the 26th, there's a little discount. Just for this upcoming week. So Zara C, the people who sign up for Lucky Combo are gonna get their lucky numbers, all the insight that Guede Limbo wants to give you about the lucky numbers, plus a mini luck, career, and money reading. And that can go on for up to 10 minutes specifically, and that's gonna have more details specifically of what to do. Because he like kind of ties my mouth on too much specifics on the other people that didn't pay for it, because Guede Limbo is a give and take. I had to give him more offerings after this in order for him to keep giving information. And if I don't charge the right price, I can't give him the offerings because they need to come out of the people who paid, not my own personal pocket. So if I don't collect the payment, I can't give as much specifics. But for the people who have paid for Lucky Combo, he's willing to give more specifics. So let's get started with Zara C. All right, as you paid the karmic price, the fair exchange, okay, for the insight that he will give you. Gracias, Misterio, Guede Limbo. Because Guede Limbo is not a cheap spirit. He doesn't like cheap people. He's willing to help people when you're down and give you help, but you gotta take the advice and get yourself back up with his advice. And then if you want further help with him, you gotta be able to pay him, because he's just like a person. He doesn't work for free, okay? Being good, dude. Hope you're alright as well. Always treat with any kind. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. It's been a very busy, it was a very busy winter. Usually it's not, but we were very busy this winter with the magic shop and private ceremonial work that was being done. So taking a vacation, hopefully middle of May, so that should be nice. And actually going away. Actually going away. Zara C. Zara C. Get a number. Sain Expedite. What are the lucky numbers of the week for Zara C, and what is the career, luck, and money guidance that you have for Zara C? Gracias. Okay. Yeah, so everybody's been getting this. So this is definitely him just confirming that this is not a week to play the numbers. This is a week to hold on to numbers. He's saying play them by close to the new moon, closer to, not the new moon, the full moon, okay? Because right now we're in the new moon. He wants you to play these, hold on to these numbers and play them closer to the full moon so far is what he's saying. So, luck, the first number I'm seeing is a change of fate is coming for you with the lucky number 5. And then right below that was the lucky number 7. So you're lucky. Your fate is changing as well to become more lucky. I see so this is important, the way they lay and what the numbers mean. Can you see that's the number 6 on its side? So it wasn't right side up and it wasn't upside down. This feels to me like he's saying this is a money hex that is in the process of being removed. So you've been doing something regarding your financials that is that you were hexed before on your money. And I feel like that was hard. I feel like you were like hexed hard. Because when I do these, like I see and I feel and I get the knowing, like I got all the clear gifts going on at the same time. So like it's kind of like different interceptions of visions, knowings, feelings going on. Damn. And then I get like words. I also hear like telepathically. I have clairaudience and I also have telepathy. My telepathy is not as like developed as like just clairaudience in general, but $90,000 with that hex, because it showed up on the opposite, like literally point to point. Okay, I'll show you. Let me show you like this. How do I do it? This, okay. Fuck, where'd it go? So annoying. I feel like I have to explain it, otherwise people like think I'm making it up. So like the way that these fell, 6 is on its side, right? And I don't know if you could see. God, I've got the glare of the light. There's a 90 on its side there. And he's saying to me, you were hexed and it cost you $90,000, bro. For however long you've been hexed, for a minute, I feel like a few months, maybe like a half a year. And like you were supposed to be earning like $90,000, you're still gonna get it. It's just been delayed. Like there's been hexes in the way, and I feel like these are actively actually like people. I don't feel like you did this to yourself, or it may have started as other people, but because you let the hex affect you, then it was like you continued to feed the hex with your own stress and like fears. I feel like your money got like tied up, your money got blocked, your money got slowed down. You're just showing me like slow-mo. That's how it feels. And like you're used to it like this. You're used to like you work hard. You're saying like you work for your money. So anybody watching this who's like $90,000, that's a lot of money. I wish I had a. No, you don't, because you probably aren't you probably aren't working and willing to work as hard for this $90,000 and do as much sacrifice and energy. Because I feel like this person is tired. Excuse me. I feel like they're tired, bro. And it's almost like a blessing and not a curse, because it's a hex. It's like a money hex. It's not as severe. It's definitely not a curse. People wanted it to be a curse, but it didn't turn into a curse. It's definitely not a curse. But the thing is, you were so tired that you're just so tired that that's also kind of like, it's kind of like a blessing that the hex was there, because it kind of forced you to slow down and try to recuperate. The problem is, he's saying like, you need to do some sort of like, you need to do something besides work. You need to do something besides work, because you're a workaholic. He showed me like a bottle of alcohol, but then he's showing me like money in it. He's like, you're a workaholic. You're not an alcoholic, you're a workaholic. It's like an addiction. And he said you need a better relationship with the money, or like a better way or other ways that you make it. He's saying like passive. He would like you to take money and put it in a, usually I've never really given this specific advice, but I'm going to do it because he put a lucky combo today. He's saying, look at S&P 500. Look at, and put like a chunk of change in there and let it sit for literally like the next 20, 30 years. So that when you're in your like 50s or 60s, like you've been making, you know, let's just say substantial, because I don't want to give dollar amounts, because then, you know, I don't want to give dollar amounts with the word investment, because that's a problem on the internet these days. This is for educational, spiritual purposes only, okay? He's saying make a significant investment in the S&P 500 in particular, and you will thank him. And when you get, he's saying, just make sure you pay me. Just pay me. Make sure you pay me annually. He would like a payment out of that return on your investment from the S&P. So listen to him, because that means to me that he knows for certain that that S&P 500 is going, which is an index. So for those of you who don't know what S&P 500 is, it's not just a stock. It is an index fund. And it is basically a quote unquote guaranteed way to get a huge return on your investment that you'll never get in a bank and you will not get by working, okay? But you have to have a significant chunk of change to put in, and you'll get a significant annual percentage return for literally doing nothing, okay? Literally doing nothing, and you'll make money, huge amount of money on the account, but you have to have a huge amount of money to put in. For some people, it's huge. For other people, it's not. But for this person who's supposed to make $90,000 from their hard work over the last like 6 months, I think you're used to possibly having enough money to put in for the S&P, okay? He's saying don't get distracted by like individual stocks. Go for the S&P, because the individual stocks are a waste for you. they're too slow, they're too manipulated to get into individually. Okay, you want to go with the full, a larger portfolio. Okay, a larger fund group, which is what an index is a group of stocks, companies. So pay attention to that. Give me a second. Interesting advice we're getting today from Guede Limbo. Every person's different based on what he sees that they're aware of. You understand? So like if you don't know anything about stocks, like in this, he's not telling you to get involved. Like if you don't, like some people just think, oh, it means I have to go because I heard it. It's divinely guided. No, this is for this person. If you don't know anything about investing your stocks, don't do it unless you get educated, because there's high risk involved, obviously, and a high amount of money, and you should never, ever, disclaimer, you should never trade or invest with money you can't afford to lose. Okay? But for those who are aware, and this person, because he bringing it up, must be aware already, and this must be somehow in their knowledge base and their reality somehow exposed in a significant enough way for him to bring it up, okay? Fortune is changing drastically. That $90,000 is going to come back to you very quickly in May, because the number 5, the way they're lining up, shit, you can't even, I'm always holding it wrong. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's number 5. The way that he's lining it up and making me pay attention to it, it changes for every person. The 5 came out twice here. And as this 6 comes, and your 6 will eventually write itself, and you'll be like unhexed from this. He's saying angel number 565, angel number 55, okay, are important. Angel number 595 has messages for you, so look these up. Got the 5s going on, okay? And then you have the 3 upside down. He's saying, again, for you, similar to, I think, like we just did with Tony, the 3 upside down, you need more divine connection. You need to, we have a candle for this that my spouse sells on hpmagicshop.com. It's called Divine Connection. It's a crown chakra meditation candle that helps you. But I would really recommend, if you have the budget to do so, it's really not that expensive to get all 7 of them. I would burn all 7 of them to do the collection, to align and clear blockages so that you are in tune. But I would do the whole thing. We have divine connection, we have the third eye, we have the throat chakra, we have the heart healing, we have the solar plexus self-confidence candle, we have the sacral chakra, the sexual healing candle, and then we have the root or the grounding chakra candle. So I would, if you have the ability to at least just get the divine connection, do that. That's strongly recommended here, but he really is saying if you have it right now, and it would help you to clear the rest of the blockages, even if, like, he's saying if you can get all of them, because you'll realize that getting in alignment helps to clear the remainder of the energy from the hexes out of you. So as you're doing any manifestations, like your manifestations aren't going to come until you deal with the continuing to remove the hex. So whatever you've been doing to remove the hex, I feel like you're aware of magic to some extent, or spiritual stuff to some extent. He's saying he's going to give this to you. He's saying do the clearing bath. That's, you know, a simple clearing bath with, this is not a hex like breaker in itself, because that's something that I'd have to charge you to do for you, or you could, well, we're sold out of the candle that we were selling for that. But he's saying if you take 3 types of salt, so kosher salt, pink Himalayan salt, and sea salt. Get sage, green sage, no, and then you get rosemary, and you get dill. If you can go to the grocery store and get dill weed, that would be a very beneficial bath for you to take. To make and take for yourself a simple bath that will help with the rest of the hex, the money hex. And then remember, you need to do sweet baths after to repair. Because when you clean and you break and you remove, you strip not only the bad, but also some of the good away. So you need to sweeten yourself back up. So floral baths, lively floral baths, and money herbs are what you need. And you can message me, you, not everybody else, but you can message me on Instagram for his recommendation for that, because he doesn't want me to give a money bath recipe out right here, because he wants you to use specific herbs, specific flowers. But you need to sweeten, and you need to stay sweet. You should also put your money, you should also be doing more money magic, he is saying. You need to do more money magic and protection magic on not just you as a person, and on your money. Excuse me. In your wallets, in your bag, your purse, whatever. You need to layer up. He's like, you haven't been handing out your card and stuff like that because but you still, you don't want people like with negative energy or broke energy touching your money tool all the time, your card. And the same with cash. He doesn't want you just exchanging cash or receiving cash and not cleaning it before you take it into your home or your business. You need to be aware of that more. So making sure you're cleaning your cash. I'm not talking about money laundering. I'm talking about literally cleaning your cash. Not with soap and water. I'm talking about with Florida water and holy water. Cleaning your cash. Okay? Be careful with fucking like powders and shit, fentanyl and shit that people are putting on this stuff. Make sure that you rinse off, real quick before you engage with cash anymore these days. It's fucking crazy. But use holy water and Florida water to clear bad energy off your cash before you start bringing it into your wallet. Put it in your wallet and put it into, obviously let it dry. Let it dry before you put it in your wallet and stuff. But before you start putting cash back in your wallets and in your purses or into your bank and deposit it, clean it so that anybody else's energy isn't on that shit. It's clear, it's clean, and that energy is not being transferred to your bank accounts, to your wallet, to your business, okay? Florida water and holy water. Or if you have our magical waters, you can utilize a little bit of clearing from the HPMA Magic Shop collection that my wife makes, and I help her bottle and label and ship. You could use the clearing water and the protection on it. And then obviously to multiply, you can use the money, a little bit of money, a little bit of abundance on it. Lucky coin, money magnet, all that. But it's very important for the ways in which you're handling money, for you to clean it, protect it more. He's talking about your career. You're supposed to work higher with higher ticket items or higher ticket, I don't know, he's saying like people, like clients. He's like, stop selling to broke people. Stop like fighting tooth or nail and working so hard. He's like, you're working so hard and you're so tired because you're supposed to be working smarter at this point. He's like, you've earned it. You've worked harder, hard enough, long enough on like level 1s, 2s, and 3s to get to level 4, 5, 6, and 7. You need to stop working so much for so many and start doing as good a job, but for less people who are willing to pay you more. And that is how you become, that's how you get to the next level. The incense can help, but I would still remove with water energy, or like on cards, if not the water, on I would use if you have the mist. But the incense will help remove some of it, but the liquid will help to better remove it. Yeah, you're supposed to be working. He's saying in your career, for your money to really grow exponentially, besides S&P, like passively with what you're doing actively, Zara C, you need to start working more exclusively. I don't know. Like, be more exclusive, or like be more picky and choosy with who you work with, or where you do business, like in a different area than where you're at now. You have to be more picky. Otherwise, you're going to be working yourself to death and like struggling. Sometimes like that, it's interesting. Sometimes the hex may also, like, it could kind of be hex as well from yourself by holding yourself back. You have a lot of people who have evil eye on you. You have a lot of people who don't want you to succeed, don't want you to, but really you're very protected. And I feel like you also have been contributing to the hex because you haven't let go of like what you know, of what has been providing. Like, you're afraid to level up. This isn't like the whole No Child Left Behind act. Like, you're not obligated legally to like take the clients with you, like take low ticket clients with you and keep serving them. You need to like level the fuck up, he said. There's other people that can continue to service them. There's other people that could continue to be there and that they could go to. Like, there's people that are meant to be at level 1, 2, and 3 and haven't gotten to your expertise yet. You've been doing whatever you're doing longer than a lot of people now. So you should be working with higher tier people. That's what he's saying. And let people who are newer work with the people who are cheaper, that want to pay lower prices. Because you've earned it. You've earned it, proven yourself, worked hard, and now it's just like you're too in the cycle of continuing to do the same thing, expecting a different result, and that's contributed to this hex. It's also stealing your life force to work with people who aren't, willing to pay what you want to pay, or who are asking too much of you and not willing to give you more for what they want. More experience, more knowledge comes with a higher price point. And you have to stop selling yourself short, is what he's saying. And that's going to bring you massive change. Like, massive change. But you need to definitely get back in tune with your divine connection and with your spirit guides. Listening to them. Serving them if you serve spirits. But definitely praying if you don't. Just praying with God and like meditating if you can meditate. Because your money, your luck is definitely here. Like, your physical realm luck. Like, you are lucky right now. Really, really lucky. It might not be a week that he's suggesting to play the lotto or anything like that, but he's saying these numbers will be lucky for you in the future. Hang on to them. But you are lucky in general. You're a lucky person. Like, not in the way that other people see luck either. Not in the way that other people perceive somebody to be lucky. Everybody else thinks, oh, like, you have a lot of money, oh, you're rich, you live in a mansion, like, you're a lucky person. No, like, you're gonna have a lot of wealth, and you're gonna have a lot of things, material wealth as well. But he's saying you're lucky to be alive. like with what life has thrown at you, you're lucky to be alive. With all the bad in your experiences, you're still like, you're super lucky. Luck is so, you're surrounded by spirits, I guess. Angels, I see angels more than spirits. You're very lucky to be alive, because I see like people, I just see, he's making me focus on like his beve, which is in the center of this dice tray that I had custom made for him, and his head, the skull symbol, is beneath the arm of the cross of his veve, which makes me almost feel like it looks like it's not, but it looks like a head hanging from the cross, the way that it is drawn. And it makes me feel like people wanted to see you hang. Like people wanted you dead. People wanted to see you dead. Many people. He makes me feel like you have a lot of people who have evil eye on you, and you definitely need protection for your money and your luck to maintain. You need stronger protection. He's like, you need protection on yourself. You need to redo any protection that you have done on your home, your businesses, if you have a business, your cars, if you have cars. You should be protecting your vehicles, because spirits and negative energy will find whatever means or whatever opportunity when somebody casts something or sends enough negative energy or evil at you. It will go through whatever opportunity it has to hit you, so, or to cause a problem like an accident. So he's saying utilize more on your methods of transportation. Make sure as an individual you are very protected. If you need help with that, you can always book a consultation with me on my website, and my link in the description box below. But you need to be wearing and carrying and setting protection wards on your home, carrying protection with you. You should also, because you're got a lot of negativity, it would be beneficial for you not just to to regularly cleanse and clear, but also to carry protective carry money attracting talismans with you. There's a variety of different types out there, or I make mojo bags, basically. What people know as mojo bags, but we have different names for it. And you should carry some sort or some level of money drawing with you, money drawing tool with you at all times. Especially in your workplace. I feel like you have people in your workplace that, I don't know if they're like other employees that like work next to you or where you work, but like they feel like other employees that are jealous of you. Very, very jealous energy around you. And like Little Wayne says, jealousy is a disease. You could die mad. So you have to carry more protection and more money drawing to you. A lot of people just do spells. Spells is one layer, one very obviously powerful layer, but the spell is working in the spiritual realm as like an overall, depending on what type of spell you're doing. It's like an overall spell for attracting that to you, but you still have to have the right, deploy the right type of magic in your everyday life through different tools. There's layers to working with magic, which is why we carry certain talismans and amulets for different purposes, and which is why my spouse created the High Priestess Made Magical collection, so that you could deploy magical tools, spiritual tools, in the moment when necessary to shift the vibration of energy of the people around you, like with our magical mists that we make. You can change the vibration of negative, jealous people around you by utilizing the clearing spray and utilizing the protection mist, or You want somebody to be kinder to you or to favor you more. You want to get a promotion. You utilize the persuasion and the lucky coin and the money magnet together. There's different tools depending on different situations that you should deploy in addition to just doing spell work. And that's some type of thing that I'm seeing you need around these people in the workplace, is to deploy your other tools, or at least carry and wear, in addition to doing your spell work, to carry and wear protective amulets and money drawing talismans. Okay. But if you have any further questions or anything related to that, book a consultation if you would like to address people one by one, or if you need help with that, or you could just go. We have the whole magic shop is on pre-order right now, for, I think we're going to be shipping everything out in mid to late June, so we're not shipping for 8 weeks, but you can place pre-orders now on hpmagicshop.com to get the items I just talked about, to deal with the people around you on a day-to-day basis, because the spells that you're casting in general are going to help draw the energy. Like if you're doing money spells, you're going to draw the energy and the spirit, because money is a spirit. There's a spirit of money. I've talked about this before on my Instagram. And the spirit of money, you could be drawing it to you. However, there's individuals in your everyday life that if you're not doing spell work on them, then you're going to need to be wearing separate spell work on them. Then you're going to need to be wearing or carrying protective talismans and influential either talismans or influential magical tools like oils and the mists that we make to influence their energy so that they don't bother you, okay? That they leave you alone, or they become a suck up and become your best ally. It depends how you want to work them. But those are the options. Those are the recommendations the Spirit is giving you for Zara C. As always, letting me talk about today for you. So I hope that that was helpful and insightful. To the next person. And 1 second. This damp weather today. Hi. You're not supposed to be on camera, hubby. Go back. I love you too. I love you too. My cat wants to be here. My cat wants to be here on camera. I'm okay. Are you okay? Are you okay? He wants to spend time. So hobby's coming in. No evil eye. Any evil eye cast at my cat will smack you fuck back faster than Speedy Gonzalez. In Jesus' name. Next person I'm being called to do. Okay. He goes, oh, let me get to this one. Donna R. Donna R. Get a limbo. What are some lucky numbers of the week and your career, luck, or money guidance for Donna R. Donna R. Gracias, Sin Expedite. What is the lucky numbers of the week for Donna R? Damn. Yo, I can't make this shit up. This is not funny. Like last time I did these, the week before last was my last did it. Everybody pretty much got this. So this is Guede Limbo just saying again, confirming again, don't play these numbers this week. He wants everybody to wait. If you're going to play the numbers, play them closer to the full moon. Okay? Hold on to these numbers. Play them closer to the full moon if you wish to play them for the lotto or something like that. This is interesting. You got a lot of right side up. Like you're the only person who's gotten everything right side up. Oh, I'm getting chills. I haven't gotten chills in a minute. Especially not in lucky numbers. I've gotten chills like no times in lucky numbers. This is a first. How? He's saying, how are you so lucky? He sounds like he's questioning. How are you so lucky? You got 3, you got 5, you got 9. I'm getting chills all over. 3, 5, 9, 11. These are like divine luck. You have too much luck, he said. 1, holy moly, 1, 3, 5, 9, 11, and 30. He put the 30 away. 30 is in the money corner. And then you got the only person so far who has got a different three numbered side die. This is 413 or 431. Everybody else got 421. 431. April 31st. Are there 31 days in April? I don't even know. I think so. Okay, let's hold on to that right there. 3, 1, 3. Let me move these now. 1, 3, 5, 9, 11. 1, 3, 5, 9, 11, and 30. He's showing me 9, 11. 911, 135, and the number 30. Uh, 59. He's telling me you have a lot of luck. And he's not confused, but he's saying he knows something that I'm not quite sure yet if he's gonna tell me. He knows something that, like, only you know. 911. Somebody died? 911. You have a lot of luck associated with somebody dying? One, 3, 5. April 31st. Are there 31 days in this? Let me see. Give me 1 second. I don't know. I think there are. It could be April 31st. If not, it could be another date of importance. I feel like this has to do with somebody who has died. I've not seen 911 like that, and I don't feel like it's September 11th. 911. And, at 30. At 30. I don't know, he's like almost like giving me a feeling of like proceed with caution on this. Like this is a sensitive subject, and like I don't know if you're aware, but you could be, because he's kind of like looking at the situation. What's the word? Not coyly. There's 30 days in April. Okay, thank you. For this March 14th, it could be on this dice. It could be March 14th. Something regarding or around March 14th. I'm gonna have to. I'm not sure. It might have significance. March 14th. But this 911 is what's standing out. You're saying somebody died. Somebody died, and somehow you're still so lucky. What on earth? I feel like that's like a question that like he's like, you play numbers all the time, but not in the like normal way that people play numbers in Lotto. You can play the Lotto, but you don't. You make money playing with numbers, so you've made money playing with numbers. But you've had some sort of luck, or you've made some money due to somebody dying. And I don't know what that means. I'm hoping you're not like an axe murderer. I really do. And he's like, no, she's not. 911. Somebody die and leave you something? He said close. He said like halfway true. So I have to ask the questions to get an answer from him. Otherwise he can't talk. And then even if I do ask, sometimes he still can't say. This Guede don't have permission. You know, they have to ask from for permission to give certain information. Excuse me. Oh my God. Excuse me. 911. Death. Death. I don't like to see this, but he's giving me the feeling like of mischievousness. Excuse me. It's kind of like the energy of like not the first person, I think it was the second person I did the lucky numbers for earlier. It's just like a similar energy where he's like, I know what you did. And like God knows what was done. But your luck is not gonna last forever. He's like, don't worry. We know what you did. 911. Dude, like, what the hell? 3 and 5, 8, 1, 8. Okay, maybe this is a date. Because these are separate. The 1 and the 3 and the 5 are 8. Maybe something around the first month, 8th day. 911. Sometimes I have to wait to receive the message and further like clarity for him to break it down. 1, 8, 911. 1, 8, 911. Whatever that means. And then there's the 30 in the corner. Could be an amount, could be, is this an amount? I'm getting chills everywhere. Saying it's an amount of money. 911. Your luck. You're not lucky any. This week you got your luck coin is flipped just like everybody else's is. But your luck, he's saying, is running out in general. Like he's surprised at how lucky you've been. And when that happens and I'm not seeing like spirits, like positive spirits around, makes me feel like there's something else going on that may be protecting that is not really positive. Because he's like, this is not divine protection. This is like we'll probably not be seeing you again, join, but he said I have to give the message. I don't care. 911 is money that's been earned like from a sacrifice. And I don't know, and I don't want to know the extent of that. And the answer to what is that we're talking about. I just know this has to do with a date near 1/8. I don't know the year. But there was a death near 1/8. And that's Catching up is what he said. Catching up. And luck is running out. That's all he's gonna say. Because that's all he don't want me to know. And he don't want me to get any more. He doesn't want anybody else to know on here. So, but it was like $30,000. Was it worth $30,000? That's all that was worth, whatever this date and this death, for a measly $30,000 you were like gonna get from. He's saying like, he's making me feel like deceit or mischievous or theft. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should just stick to lucky numbers and not do lucky combo, because now I'm getting the heebie-jeebies, bro. I don't know what some people be doing, bro. But I'm sorry to tell you this, but your luck is running out. He had me bring the 30 down and place it next to the number 11 and move the number 9 over. He's like, boom, here's another message. The end of the message is this, to Donna R. By November, end of November, November 30th this year, luck's gonna run out. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what they're talking about. Money, could be it all. Could be money, could be health, could be life in general. This is nothing from me. This has nothing to do with me. This is no threat. This is nothing like that. This is for spiritual entertainment purposes only. Okay? That's all. All I know is as a divination, which I was seeing and hearing that by November 30th, luck's gonna run out for at least you. And in which way that happens could be a different, number of ways. As far as money, definitely money. Luck is gonna run out. And I feel like something's catching up at the end of the year. And that's all he has to say. And that's all he has to say about it. That's all I'm allowed to say about it. Take it, sorry. I'm just the messenger, but do with that what you will. Y'all guys sign up for this. And I've always said, Guede Limbo, the cemetery spirits, the barons, these spirits are real. Like, they tell what it is. They tell what it is. This is not just about getting your lucky numbers and, getting lucky if you're participating and getting money. And this is about messages and getting the messages that are from the spirits that are actually true. And like I said, if you're not somebody who's deserving of it, they're not going to give you their blessing. He's still giving you numbers that may be relevant, though. They're numbers of significance. You make that transaction on my website to open up a connection with the spirit to be able to read into your life and see into your life. You open that can of worms yourself. If you're not, if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or you've done something wrong, don't be surprised if it comes out, is all I've got to say. Okay. That's done. This one's done. We got one more. Let's find out about this last person real quick. I need a sip of this. If you'd like to join Lucky Numbers for next week, the website is open in the description box below. You can sign up for just Lucky Numbers. I'll just give you the numbers and like the specific on how they may be relevant to that week. If it's a lucky week for you to play, or like if it's a future lucky week and he wants you to use them in a certain way, he'll give that if there's any specifics he wants to provide. But Lucky Numbers is just the Lucky Numbers. That's all I'm promised to give you. Anything else he wants to give is just a little bonus. But if you want to know the actual like career luck and money information, like specifics about what's going on or what you need to do different, change, or moves you need to make, you need to purchase the Lucky Combo, okay? And for this week, coming up, 4/20, what's today? For May for the first one in May. That's the one that's up on my website. The first one in May is now on my website. So you can sign up for that. The options to sign up are there at the link in the description box below. Okay. And I post about it, and I try to post on my Instagram primarily, and I'm trying to get in the habit now. I'm so used to being on Instagram. And I'm trying to get in the habit to post. Hey, shh, no. Stop trying to open the door. My cat. Get over here. Don't make me toss this at you. I did it. I told you guys to move. I'm trying to get in the habit of posting in the YouTube community posts, so you guys know like when I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. So you and can post a link for you to sign up in YouTube. So I forgot to do that this week, but I'll try to get in the habit of doing it and announcing it sooner on YouTube for those of you who follow me just on YouTube. So this last person paid for Lucky Combo, so we're gonna do Lucky Combo for them. I need a second. Oh, it's heavy. I'm gonna have to like take a spiritual bath after this. All right, Guede Limbo. Now I'm hungry. Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo. What are lucky numbers of the week for Stefania V? Stefania V, Stefania V, Stefania V, Stefania V. Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo, Guede Limbo. Sain Expedite, Sain Expedite, Sain Expedite. What are the lucky numbers of the week for Stefania Vargas? Stefania Vargas, Stefania Vargas. Gracias, Misterio. You, Mama, Papa, bon dia, we trust. And the luck, career, money messages and advice for Stefania Vargas. The only person to get heads up. Luck is on your side this week. It is a lucky week for you and whatever you do with these numbers in particular. So whatever you do however you're guided to use them must be a good way for you to use them this week. See, this is why I tell you guys it changes for everybody. It's going to be different. Each message is different based on what the person does, knows about, etc. Because Guede Limbo can see what they're into, what they're knowledgeable of, how they live their life. And it perched the lucky penny ended up right in the center of his bebe. I feel like you know or like prayed to Guede Limbo or like have petitioned him before. I'm getting chills everywhere, so it makes me feel like that's confirmation. And I feel like you should give him some sort of offering. If you want to know, Stefania, specifically what it is you can do for him, I'm giving you permission to contact me on Instagram. I don't let anybody just message me. I don't read messages unless it's from somebody I expect to contact me. I don't give advice unless my spirits have asked me to, or unless you paid for it and this person paid for it. But he doesn't want this on the public. So message me, because there's offering he said he would like you to give him. So you need to, the 3 is the first one standing out that's upside down. You need to, again, another one that needs more divine connection, more protection of the head. So when you say that, it makes me feel like you may know or be involved in a spiritual practice that is similar to what I do. So he's saying protection of the head, more protection of the head is necessary, more involved, or work may need to be done, is what he's saying, for your head, for your protection, and that you and I could talk about privately if you'd like. You may need to book a consultation for that specifically, to get into that and what that may entail for you. on a deeper note, because this is more luck and money and career. But he's saying your head and that aspect, that spiritual practice and what that's related to has a lot to do to influence your luck, money, and career. So you can book a consultation if you'd like to discuss that further and look into that further with him. Now, I do see a money hex. Again, this is similar to what I saw with another person earlier. The 6 on its side. A money hex that is coming undone. So I feel like you've been working to try to break through, or like you've been paid. It's more like, with me, he's making me feel on you that you've more or less like paid a debt with time and energy because you didn't have the money. Like it's like a hex, like it was like a money hex, but like you kind of like worked it off instead of like worked magic to fix it. You kind of like, I don't know how to say, like paid off a debt. Almost like your money was kind of tied up because of something you owed or something you didn't pay to. If you're involved in a spiritual practice, this could be something you owed to a spirit that you didn't pay, that tied up your money. That's what I'm feeling. That's kind of how he's making me. He's like tying pieces together for me in my head. That's what I'm seeing. This is why it's important to pay your spirits and to fulfill your promises to spirits. Even the smallest promise or smallest offering that is missed can tie up and screw up your whole money flow, your relationships. Because you're making a deal when you do petition work or you make a promise to the spirit, you are making a deal, and if you let other things get in the way and distract you or make you procrastinate, or you think it's not that serious, well, you're gonna find out, and you're gonna be humbled by having to pay your debt in another way. If you don't give them the offering, they're gonna take it another way because they need to be paid. They need to be paid. And people don't understand that. When you're working with spirits, they need to be paid. Deities, Orishas, Loa, even archangels. There are deals that are done, and a lot of these New Agers will disrespect traditional spiritual practices that have been around for thousands of years, practices that are older than Christianity, and will think that they are just going to get what they want and not have to give anything for it, just because, oh, everything's love and light. No, these beings are love and light when you respect them and you give them what they deserve and you show gratitude. You show gratitude through giving service. That is what my practice that I'm a part of, my spouse has been a part of her whole life, and my elder had been a servant of the mysteries for over 50 years of his life, since he was like 16, and he served in this practice, and then he passed down one of his beings to me to walk with me, and he passed down his blessing and the ashe to me. And this is all things that, these are all beings that get served. That's why we call it service of the mysteries, service of the Orisha, because you are serving them in exchange for their blessing, in exchange for their protection, in exchange for them bringing you abundance and money and love and taking care of difficulties in your life. So when you take the help, or you get initiated, or even just you are praying, and you don't give anything back with sincerity or gratitude, and you continue to expect to receive from them, if they have, they're either going to stop giving it to you, or if they've given and, and taken your word for that you're going to do something in exchange to, and you don't follow through, well, that's like theft. That's like going in the grocery. That's like an IOU. So if you're constantly giving spirits IOU bills, but you're never actually paying up and giving them the offering that you promise, then they're just gonna have to take back either the blessing or the the blessing that they gave you, remove their, remove their blessing, remove their protection, or, take back whatever gift they may have given to you. You wind up in the same that you started, or you wind up in like worse off than you were. And that can happen. That's why people end up, when you don't give offerings, you end up paying with your time, your energy, or something you love, or your health. That's how you pay back your debt. So that's what I feel kind of happened with this person, is you may have, Stefania, you've had a financial related hex, and I'm seeing you have to pay back the debt with energy, wellness, time. He's like time. It's like been in a waiting room, waiting, and not really feeling like there's anything. Like it must have felt like you couldn't make money no matter what you did, and that's because you had a debt. You can't continue to make something, earn something, even if you're putting the effort out in it. There's going to be a wall there if you owe a spirit something. So you could do all the promotion, you could do all the marketing, you could do all, you could go out and make cold calls, you could go door to door, and you're not going to convert or sell or close the deal. You could take all the trainings to learn how to do it better and to practice and, whatever it is that you do. I'm just giving it as an example. And it's not going to work if you owe a debt, a karmic debt to somebody else, or you owe a spirit. Until that is dealt with, and then that blockage is removed. That's why we have different type of workings that we do and different spell work that we do to remove. First, that's why I do a consult, particularly to identify what it is that's causing the blockage in the first place. Okay. But then, once you know the blockage, then doing the right thing to address it. Is it a blockage you caused, like this person? It sounds like you owe a debt to a spirit, or is it somebody else was trying to put blockages in your path? Those are two different things. So the second one is things that we can really handle through different type of spell work or spiritual workings. The first one, where you owe a debt to a spirit, won't be resolved with spiritual workings or spiritual baths or spell workings. It'll be resolved only when you pay the debt. Energetically, karmically, through financial sacrifice to that spirit, or through other service that spirit wants. So it's very important. This is why people get in trouble in voodoo and in different spiritual practices, working with spirits and deities, rishas, because a lot of new people came in over the last decade, especially the last 7 years that we've been doing this, offering this online, because it's usually offered privately and not online. But a lot of people get in a lot of trouble the last 7 or 8 years, messing around with spirits that they don't understand how to properly, appropriately, respectfully work with. And this is what happens. And I don't feel like you've done as bad of a disrespect or an intentional disrespect like a lot of these people nowadays. A lot of these people nowadays intentionally disrespect and think they're going to get away with disregarding and disrespecting tradition and the way that these spirits and deities set up their practices that their followers participate in. And that's not going to fly with them. And people are getting big egos and getting really, really stepping out of line. And they're going to get humbled, and they're going to learn. Some of them are slow learners and have to learn through repeatedly losing. It's better to be a fast learner. So take this advice and learn quickly to rectify your situation with those spirits. The spirit expects you to rectify the situation before the end of the month, now that you know. Okay? Before the end of this month, not next month, before the end of this month. And that is his advice. That will open up your money for money flow and all your efforts. It will be like the gateway flood back open. That's all I can really say. You see the number also 1, 5, and 19. Somebody around the air, upside down 19, upside down well, upside down 19. And on the bottom in the earth plane, I see a potential passing of somebody you love as well soon. Or having a crisis, that having like a medical crisis or a health crisis. And you can't let whatever that is hold you back or put you in financial strain. Around the year, somebody born around the year 1951. Don't take responsibilities, financial responsibilities of others on, is what he's recommending. Right? You're about to get up, or like you've never been up before. Like you're a very lucky person. This is really weird. It's making me feel like you don't have that much money. And you should. See, this is the opposite of like the reading before. Like you're a very lucky person. Like you were born with such good luck. And then I feel like it was, like with this 6 on its side, I feel like it was also another hex that was done by someone else in their 50s. Somebody did this in their 50s, because the 50 is pointing to the 6, which is the symbol for the hex on the side. The 50 is right next to it on the right and pointed directly on its side at it. I feel like this person that did this is on the right side, left. I feel like this is I feel like this is a female that did this. Because you're supposed to be super lucky. And I don't feel like you are. I feel like you're like struggled. Like you've been in limbo. That's what it feels like. You're right in the center of Guede Limbo's beve. Like I feel like you are like in limbo, or feel like you've been in limbo for a long time. It feels like a lifetime for you. Somebody turned your luck upside down, because the 3, the upside down 3 next to your lucky penny in the center of the beve on this dice tray is making me feel like it's making me feel like somebody tried to turn your connection and your luck upside down. And has sent hexes. Lots of hexes that you've tried working through. But I feel like you might not. 3 people. He's also saying at least 3 people have done this to you. This message is expanding. At least 3 people in their 50s, either in their 50s when they did it, or right now, they're in their 50s, did this to you. Sent this hex type of energy. 1951. That in 1951, that would be somebody in their 70s. I feel like that's somebody that is like gonna have. I feel like that's a different situation. I feel like there's 3 people in their 50s, then or now, who have tried to hex you in various ways. So I feel like you still, again, need head protection, need head work done. Book a consultation to discuss that further. That would be something that if you were going to work with me, you'd have to work with my spouse for that, because she's the high priestess and the caballo of our line, of our lineage. So only she could do that type of ceremony for you. Interesting. Six hexes. 6 serious hexes against your life. Trying to do death hexes. Ooh. 4-3-2. You got the 4-3-2 3-sided die. Three numbered die. 4-3-2. Makes me feel like a countdown. 4-3-2. This feels like a countdown, like somebody's like counting down for you to die, which is, I see a death at the bottom. 1951. So somebody else may be being affected in your life. So that's not that may be close to you. Do you have somebody close to you that is born around the year 1951? Because they may be being affected because they're close to the situation with you and they love you. They may be being affected or attacked or receiving like some of this attack. The things around you, the people and like if you have pets, they can absorb and be affected by attacks directed at you, especially if you are protected. And when that attack is deflected, it may hit them and affect them in a certain capacity. Saying somebody around the age of 1951 is receiving like effects of your death hex or absorbing effects of it. So you may need to look at that or protect that person or cleanse that person if you do that, if you know how to do that. You could book a consultation if you don't. We can look into that person specifically if you want to. But I feel like your finances and your money's been tied up because of a debt you owed to a spirit, but also these hexes from other people that are 50 years old when they did it or in their 50s now. And these are like, they haven't like recasted in a while or resent them. So like the hex is on its side. So like the 6 is on its side. So like the hex is starting to wear off. So you're coming out of it. But if they were to recast it again, then it would reset. So you need to break what's there currently. It's weakening. So it's on its side because as time passes, hexes weaken. Okay. Unless you absorb them and you fuel them with energy that like affirms them, and then they strengthen. And especially if you continue to receive more and more hexes, then they strengthen. And I've seen that these ones that were sent when these people were in their 50s, these are on their side, meaning they're coming to an end. They're in the process of weakening. So it's a good time to do hex breaking. It's a good time to do hex breaking, cleansing, and road opening work so that you can move forward from this. Yeah, those are the messages that he has for you. That's what's in your way. I wouldn't like let the hexes go because it's gonna continue. It can continue to still limit what you're able to make, and it feel like you're swimming against the current, like you having to work more for your money than if you didn't have the hexes in place. The money would flow easily and you would receive, as long as you're working what you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like you are in the right path. I feel like you're towards a spiritual inclination. I feel like you may be like a healer or like shamanic. But, oh shit. Jesus Christ, the cat scared the shit out of me. Was that really necessary? God. I feel like you're a healer or have like shamanic abilities, but like they're not developed yet. And until you remove the hexes or you work, this is part of your training too. You need to work through experiencing this. So like this is like also probably part of your training to deal with this and to remove it. and be able to identify these types of things going forward. Yeah, that's all he's saying on this. If you want to look at anything further, anything particularly about the person in 1951 and dealing with any of the hexes, you can book a consultation on my website in the description box below. So those are the messages today. Those are the lucky numbers today. Those are the lucky combos today. This was fun, interesting, always interesting. It's never a dull, it's never the same. Every person's different. Gracias a la misericordia Guede Limbo. If you'd like to participate in this for next time, I think it's May 2nd or May 3rd. I have it listed. I think it's May 2nd. I'm not sure. 30 days in April, 27th, 29th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd? So maybe it's May 3rd. It's listed below in the link. You'll see it on my website. You sign up for lucky numbers, and you just get the lucky numbers, or you can sign up for lucky combo, and you'll get both the lucky numbers and the mini luck career money reading from Guede Limbo Sain Expedite, okay? And then I post it, I'll post this replay, and you'll be able to watch this under the live section of my YouTube channel. And it won't show up under the regular uploads of the latest uploads. So you'll have to go to the live section to watch the replay, okay? I appreciate everybody who's watched, everybody who's respectful. And that's how this works. If you're not respectful, I will remove you from the live. If you don't believe in this and you're just here to be a distraction, I will remove you. I really don't care how anybody feels about that. Anybody who knows me, has been watching me long enough, understands that, and respects that. And that's how this channel works. Again, this is for spiritual entertainment purposes only. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes. This is all for, for fun, and this is faith-based work with the spirits. And anytime you're working with spirit or receiving any guidance from spirit, you either take it, you leave it with respect. If you take it and then, you don't give respect or praise, especially to Guede Limbo when he helps you, he expects public praise. So he wants to be, anything that he does for you, he wants public acknowledgement. It's always recommended for you to give him public acknowledgement. It's the least you can do when he comes through for you, or when these information has helped you. Because when you don't, Guede Limbo doesn't like it, and he can very much will sometimes take things back when he gives them, and he won't work with you again or help you again. So if you disrespect him, and that can go with any Loa, but particularly with him, he really expects the public acknowledgement. You can do so by leaving a comment on my videos or on my Instagram as a testimonial when he comes through for you, or when something has helped you that he's said, when you see that something he said came to pass. All that he would like his public acknowledgement as the very bare minimum of a thank you that one can give him. For certain other things, when you're doing private work with me, depending on what Loa we're petitioning, if it's Guede Limbo or somebody else, there are higher, more involved thank you offerings that will be expected. So understand that. And if you need help with anything magically or spiritually, similar to anything that I've mentioned, or other paranormal activity, curses, hexes, maledictions, things of that nature, problems with people, goals that you have and are looking to achieve, you can always book a consultation, a spiritual consultation with me at the link in the description box below. Many blessings. Gracias a la misericordia Guede Limbo, and we will see you next week for lucky numbers.